Greetings, my friends. I'm hoping this camera will record what needs to be recorded. Sometimes, when the Adjustment Bureau does not allow certain information to take place and you leave yourself open to the circumstance of random intervention, then they can come in and cut the cord, and your video all of a sudden disappears in the ether. That, I feel, has to do with your personality and how you project what you learn while you're here. While I'm here, I have learned something very important, and that concerns everybody. Whoever you are, wherever you are, whatever status you are, if you're a cherubim, if you're a seraphim, if you're a nephilim, if you're an anahim, if you are anukai, if you anu iluhai, all of these angelic, extra celestial mixed races that are here, incarnated, helping Earth to ascend. First off, who's to say who's watching the show? We don't know that. Who's to say what ascension is? We don't know that. What needs to be revealed will be revealed when the time is, not before. So anybody claiming they know this is how this actually works, they're just telling you they don't know. Who am I to say this is how it works? I can only document the present moment in my own perception and can see who resonates with that. For it is to hold space, to come into a wakeful state. And a lot of tragic moments I've witnessed that I've seen brilliant beings with awareness. Or put it this way, being on without being aware, for better terms. Meaning they have a lot of interesting intel and at times valid data very convincingly. But they don't have the awareness to integrate the intel they release. They don't have the awareness, the effect they have on other people. I feel deeply in my heart that is not a test, it is a conscious choice not to upset people in your environment, not to upset things around you, not to trespass on any level, not to invade space without permission on any level, not to be dogmatic about what you think you know, because you and I, we don't know jack. We are allowed to stream conscious moments in time in the now. What is important, and I say that over and over again, the tangible object for you is, to some people, have a lot of theories about how things could be done, and they all over the place, and the information is all over the place. But it doesn't heal a broken bone. It doesn't heal cancer. It doesn't bring forth a conscious conduit that can help the human race to accept that this modality is possible. Thus, the program collective can accept it and take it in, and we can make a change. If you own your own program and you run your own program settings, you upsetting the environment, or you influence the environment to the point till what are you bringing forth at the end of the day? And mark my words, for all businesses that are out there, if you're not authentic, There's no other way as the source returns and the reset button is being pushed and we coming to this next level. From master to master, from soul to soul. If you come with a mask, if you come with agendas that are not to the benefit of mankind, and even if you mean good and you're delusional about your meaning good, but you're still wrong because you can't integrate the results that you're having, the danger that you're causing, the influx that you have on the environment, and what you're not bringing forth. A bad seed cannot bring forth a healthy tree, period. Creative and conscious force attracts, negative repels, separates, diverts, goes around. And it's not about pointing fingers, but I can say, as we all run through our relations, our emotional bodies, if I have something in my environment that upsets me, then it's my free choice to give that space not to upset me anymore. If it doesn't change, then it's the other side that can integrate the effect that it's having on others. Because what if everything you see is created? And all we do is use the programming aspects of a 3D reality to work with that. If there's no tangible outcome, no physical gains in things that you do, and trust me, I believe in the invisible, I believe in the hidden worlds, but any aspect or any voice telling me what to do or giving me whatever are not here living this in this conduit. They are not sovereign. They do not run my vessel. And as how important tangible objects are needed right now is you're planning to go somewhere, let's say an island or something. Right now, nobody levitates, nobody teleports. Nothing of that kind is seen. So you buy your plane ticket, you work your way, your righteous way, an honest way, staying on the path, you get on a plane, you use the tangible plane to use your tangible body that functions in a tangible world, very important, to reach the point of destination, because you need that. Because without all of these mundane, intangible things that you do not need because you're so awake, some say, you wouldn't go nowhere because you're not walking through solid confinement, nor do you have the programming aspect capacity in your synaptic functioning to change the electron spin or the frequency within your molecules that you can do such. We are getting intelligent by the minute, but this intelligence is a download, and the application cannot run before the download is complete. The sum of your choices and the upsetting of the environment will say where you will go, and everybody will go to a universal frequency according to where they choose to be in their alignment. That is what ascension means. So some may prosper in business, others may not prosper, but they always have a chance to say, well, that's what I'm doing here. It's not really helping. I'm not gaining anything. I'm not building anything. Same thing as in the cities of light. They don't build themselves by themselves without the proper knowing the ledge, how to put it in place. It's a construct. It has to be divine. You have to be the embodiment of that what you construct in this time dimension. And it'll be evident in the very near future who does what, who creates what, who sets what up, and how can we help, and how are we helping each other to achieve that. And it's not about believe in what I say, is feel what I produce, touch what I make, hear and feel the resonance in the creation, and see what that does, even with physical proof. No more voodoo or theoretical magic that can't be applicable. Bruce Lee once said, all knowledge without application is useless. If you know how to levitate and there's a technique, then I suggest show me. If you know how to build a magnetic generator that produces electricity free from the grid, saving you your utility bills. Upload the plans, upload the maps, and show me. If you know how to enhance solar power and make it stronger and more effective, let's stop talking theoretical aspects of what could be if a formula would be applied. Apply it. Put the system together. Get the engineers. Get the scientists. Get the dreamers. Get the doers. And bring something forth that can be touched and say, hey, I got a generator at my house. It has a spin of 432 cycles, creating 432 hertz in my house. My plants are growing around my generator. I'm off grid. I don't have a utility bill. I'm very happy, and I am healing. I heard a case of a friend of mine who lived in a bubble dome who had bad eyesight. Well, he lived in a bubble dome with a paint that was infused with crystalline powder. You know, that's the idea. The bubble dome was the in the golden ratio and pi, and guess what? His eyesight came back, and his brainwave moved into a state where actually monks are in meditative states, and doctors were wondering, how do you do that in this stressful world? It's because your environment influences your genes, and that is a fact. Everything else outside of that is deleted just by that fact. Those who can open their wings and can take off and can fly will be facts. The others that will sit on the ground and talk their talk and just sit there, and it's not to belittle them, they can all learn. They all have the chance to get up and say, well, this is how it's done right. When I meet a Grand Master, I get in place. I shut up because I do not know anything. I'm allowed to participate and see if there's a method that works. And I feel the most peaceful, non-evasive method, and no more struggle, no more heavy breathing, and I have my anger not in control, and I have to tolerate what I'm going through because this is what I'm going through. It can all be done in peace. When I have to go through my things, I do not put that ever on a human being. I go outside in the rocks, sit in the rocks by myself, completely independent, and cry if I have to, scream, which rarely happens if I have to, and let it out. I do not hold anything. I'm a mirror. I only reflect. I don't hold anything. And I'm learning more and more by looking at friends, relationships, and relating situations of what I like in my life, what I wish in my life, and how people influence me with what they think they're wishing for or what they're suggesting, and how I'm stepping out of that, saying, this is how I lead my life. I'm a Starfleet commander. That's how I'm playing my game, and I lead myself. And it'll be evident to the others that are in resonance of who we are. And we all are famous characters. You are famous. So we all follow each other's. And sometimes, we have these way showers that pop up. It could be, let's say, in the woods it begins to burn, and the animals pick that up 5 hours prior to the flames reaching you. Well, then the animals become my leader naturally, and everybody runs uphill. Well, I'm packing my things and I'm running uphill because all the animals are moving. So for this, to be on and to be aware changes a lot. And nothing has to be said. Nobody's running the show. Nobody's watching the show. Nobody is even judging the show. This is all church and indoctrinations for thousands of years. You can only judge yourself. Nobody judges you. Nobody measures you but yourself. Everything you see around you is what you create. And all you can do is experience this ascension process as it unfolds. It can never be predicted. It can only be lived in the now. And as this unfolds, you allow to document. And once it's done, you can look back and say, oh, this is how I did it. Before, you can't know how it's done because you're in it. And that is life's greatest test. You are the greatest mystery to yourself. You have to solve yourself, not the people, not your following, not your listeners, not your supporters. You do it. And when you do it, it'll be evident, and for the other souls that need to develop themselves, it'll further their development even more because they see that you did it. And it's not a dogma, it's just what it is. So did you make the choice or did the choice make you? Chicken or egg or both? It's how you created. And that's who you are. Nothing more, nothing less. Complete cipher, 360 degrees. 3 plus 6 is a 9. 0 is a cipher. 9 stages to be born physical. 9 stages to be born mental. There are universal laws that will be seen as evident in math when things work, such as a car, or a plane, or a spaceship, or your Merkaba frequencies. There's certain things that only work when the intergalactic or universal math is in, let's say, alignment. And that is for you to stream, to channel, whatever you want to call it, because everybody is brilliant and everybody is powerful. And on that note, hoping the video will make it this time, I say infinite light to you.